Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a general or collective tarot oracle reading. And this is for the middle 10 days of July, as well as the new moon on July 14th. And Taurus, you are the star of this astrological insight. Now, if your sun sign is not Taurus, we all have a little bit of Taurus in us somewhere. If you do have your birth chart done, which house is Taurus in? That could give you further clarity as to where this information is most prominent for you. Also, this is a timely reading, so if you're watching it at this time, it's the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it has been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That could give you further clarity as to your situation now. All right, we do have the underlying energy for the deck, or for this reading, sorry, is the Judgment. So Judgment is being called from the Most High. This card is coming in a lot in the readings lately. I feel that has a lot to do with the energy of Uranus in Gemini. Uranus moved into Gemini about a month and a half ago now, and bottom line is Uranus in Gemini wants the truth to come out. So the truth is coming out. And we haven't had Uranus in Gemini since 1941 to 1949, when World War II was happening and the aftermath of that. So we're still dealing with the truths from that. Now we have, with the files and everything else, we have even more truths. Don't mind my cat Stella. She's got happy feet right now. She likes to chill out in the readings, and she's purring, so she's got, she's in the zone. All right, we do have the trumpet is blowing, Judgment is coming in from the Most High, and then that will be brought down to the physical realm. And this Judgment is talking about the ancestors are literally climbing out of their boxes with joy. They're happy that this is happening. There could have been some unfinished business that maybe went back as far as like 75 years ago when Gemini, when the last time Uranus was in Gemini. Uranus is a pain in the butt for people who don't want the truth to come out, that's for sure. But the ancestors are very happy. The descendants are waving to them from across the shore. Sometimes this can talk about skeletons in the closet coming out, and on a more worldwide level, Pandora's box being opened. We do have this energy here of the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is talking about the element of fire. It's about passionate action being taken. This can represent, the wands are made of wood because wood fuels the fire. And this passionate action, it could be something that you have launched. This is coming from this is the underlying energy for your internal forces. So you might be working on a project, something new that you want to get out there. Or sometimes this can represent actions that are being taken and they're coming towards you from the external forces. We'll see which one. Because this is from the internal forces, it could be both, but I feel that you are definitely wanting to launch something here. We have your energy, how you see yourself right now as taking on the energy of the Page of Wands. This is a very enthusiastic, optimistic energy. Way to be, Taurus. This is talking about, back in the old days, the pages, they would start working for the king and the queen very young, around 7 to 14 years of age. He's got a feather in his cap because this is a real coup, like for him to get this position. He's dressed in finery. He's going to be educated. This energy is talking in the background here. We have the pyramids, and the pyramids represent the wonders of the world. So, you can imagine this would be a very good job. It may sound really young to start working at 7 to 14, but you have to remember back then, the life expectancy was much shorter than it is for us now. And so this would be like very prestigious for his family, and also be a really, really good opportunity to learn how, the world works, basically. And the thing about the Page of Wands, we have to remember in tarot that the characters are all archetypes. So in the old days, this would always be a male, but this could be a female coming in with some communication or information. That would be his main task. when he was in the palace, and he would start out just by delivering communication back and forth throughout the palace walls, and also maybe doing small tasks and errands. And as he became older and more efficient, he would be given more responsibilities until the age of 21, when he would maybe be considered for knighthood if he could afford his own horse. So this energy can be a clue as to the information coming in. Because of this energy of the ancestors, like being so excited, it could go quite a ways back. So this could talk about when you were in elementary school, high school, just starting out in college or the workforce. There may have been something that happened, and information is coming back from that time when you were that age. Or it could be about someone or from someone that was at that time, family members as well, because of course that would be people that you know. So this is some sort of passionate action coming forward regarding something, some form of communication, probably from that time. It also could represent the energy of someone that you haven't seen for 7 years, 14 years, 21 years. So this just gives you a little bit more of an idea of what the information may be about. The information as well in those days would always be in person, but you don't have to be expecting someone to knock on your door with information like dressed as a page. This is more about a phone call, a text message. These days, this could also be something that comes in the mail. Maybe you get flowers or an invitation. Someone has their eye on you. They're having passionate feelings. They want to maybe ask you out. This energy could also represent an email, or about, for business, that type of if you're starting a new project, the right people lining up for you. It could represent, you could be on social media and maybe someone messages you, and maybe they're having an event and then you attend it, and the next thing you know, you meet a bunch of people who are really interested in your project. So that's kind of how it works. This is also saying pay attention to the information and the communication happening at the top of the pyramid, because this energy is definitely going to trickle down to everybody underneath the elites at the top. And you could maybe learn about, especially if it's for business or something like that, you could learn what the trends are. Or you might see something that is really good information for whatever you're looking for. You don't have, these days the news can be so irritating that you might just want to just quickly take a look at it, though, to have an idea what's going on. The thing to remember about the Page of Wands, like, this is really, you don't have, it doesn't have to be someone this age. It could just be someone in this that's really excited about your project, or you are, and they really want to take passionate action, if it's maybe they're interested in you that way. But it could be someone of any age. It's that they're in this energy. The thing to remember, though, about this is, if you look at the Page of Wands, he admires his wand a lot. He's looking up to it. And sometimes quite often, think of a young masculine energy under the age of 21 exploring. He quite often is thinking with his little head. And so his mind is sometimes not where it needs to be, and his information, you might want to double check it for accuracy. And then we have this energy coming in. This is about your abundance. So yeah, I feel like maybe you have, you're wanting to launch something that is right in alignment with your destined path. We have the North Star energy here. It's talking about being in your destiny, like being on the path that you came here for. This is a galactic energy. The star is talking about, she's got her right foot in this universal pool, and she's adding her own special, unique qualities to the universal pool, and then pouring that out onto land here. And we have the energy of the 5 streams here, representing the 5 points on the pentacle. The pentacle is matters of earth. So it's about bringing your own unique ideas and maybe project or business, whatever this is, down to from the idea form down to earth, and it's right in alignment with what you have always wanted to do. So this is talking about your abundance. Yeah, so this looks like you're excited about something coming up. We have the Two of Wands here. The Two of Wands represents someone like they're standing at the turret of their castle and they are like, I've got the world in my hands. But at the same time, they're kind of in this energy of where they are recognizing, hey, I live in a place that's only like 3,000 people, so I might need to expand my horizons. They might be starting to feel a little bit like a big fish in a little pond. And this energy of, this always reminds me of an entrepreneur energy, someone who has been very successful and they have planted, a business or something that's successful, but they're running out of clients now, and they know they need to go more global. That can be talking about actually taking your business internationally, and maybe franchising, or even moving the location of your business to a bigger center so that you can expand. This is about wanting to expand your horizons. This can also talk about a person who is wanting to maybe start a family, and they feel passionate about someone and they're wanting to add that to their world. And so this is communication coming in from early childhood. So this is talking about something I feel like you definitely are on your destined path. This is something you've wanted to do since you were young, and you're enthusiastic about it. It's feeling really good. We do have this in your domestic life and kind of like your emotional state as of now. I feel like you're feeling left out in where you are right here. Like you don't fit into this energy anymore. You've outgrown it is what I feel. This is talking about isolation, feeling like you've been left out in the cold. It's hard to say here. There could have been something that happened in your childhood or whatever, or something going on here, but sometimes this can be tactics that others have used against you to put you in this energy. But I almost feel like this is coming more from an internal force within you, where you're just feeling like you don't fit in. And this card, when this card comes up with this card, sometimes you may feel like I've never fit in. I've never felt like, I've always felt like the black sheep of the family. I don't feel like I'm getting the support of my family. It might be, you might have a business and let's say you bake cakes, fancy cakes. And everybody in town, everybody loves them, they support them, but your family goes to the baker next door instead. It's that type of energy. So it's just feeling like not belonging with your original family, and feeling that kind of disconnect. And you might even be starting to feel that way about the whole town and just tired of being in the same place. This energy, though, can represent, one thing you need to know is like when the star energy comes out, it means you are meant to shine. You're meant to stand out. You're meant to be a sore thumb. So God would tell you, you actually, are not supposed to blend in with everybody else. You're not supposed to fit in. I didn't build you to fit in. I built you to stand out. You're a star. Go be one. Shine. So that I feel like you're feeling that energy. Maybe, it's not just me. Maybe maybe this is my destiny. I need to, something definitely is in the works. And we have the King of Swords energy coming in here. So the King of Swords is talking about authority figures. The swords energy represents the element of air, and it talks about our thoughts. It also talks about the swords being mental intelligence, discipline of the mind, being able to control your emotions, making sure you're not making decisions based on emotional feelings that are limiting you. And not really taking a good look at it. I feel like it's talking about that type of energy. Now, you might even be starting up some like a new project, and this can quite often represent the energy of lawyers. This is talking about an authority figure for sure. This is quite often, this would be someone who would be educated, and they use their words to earn their living. Like, this is not someone that does physical labor. They're educated. They use their mind and their words to be able to earn their living. The sword, he's got it in his right hand. This is just saying he's very good with words, and the word swords, swords, and there's words inside that word, and inside the word swords. And so this is talking about, he understands that words can be used to uplift people and also to, take people down. And I feel like this can sometimes even mean that you're becoming an authority of yourself, and recognizing that, oh, I wasn't meant to fit in. I was meant to stand out. I'm going to start speaking who I am and what I want to be and what I want to do. This can sometimes represent politician energy, someone who's a speaker on stage. It could be, it would be someone high up, like prime ministers, presidents. This is a king, so it'd be that energy. People in the Senate. People who are maybe ministers in the federal government, or in the Congress, people who have some clout, who make the rules happen, run countries, and they speak for a living, basically. This could also represent definitely the judicial system, judges, head prosecutors. This could be, if this is a lawyer, this would be a lawyer that probably is a partner in a prestigious firm. This energy could talk about needing a lawyer to start this business up, and dealing with that energy. This is also talking about maybe someone that, an engineer or something. You might be in that field, or research. This could be a best-selling author, that type of thing. So the thing is that the king understands that, words can be used to elevate, or they can be used as weapons. And also that when you give your word, if you don't back it by action, then your word becomes useless. So this is in your creativity, romance, and children. Now, you might even, this sometimes does talk about, you might be married to someone who's in one of those professions, or this can sometimes talk about an energy of needing a lawyer because this is creativity, romance, and children. So sometimes this can be talking about divorce. We do have the full moon that we have coming up here is on July the 14th, and it's in the sign of Cancer. It's a new moon. And this energy is talking about your domestic life, and it's kind of like feeling left out in the cold, your emotional state about where you are, like in your home life. And it sometimes is about wanting to come home. And this energy is across from Capricorn energy, and the Capricorn energy is about your public persona, your reputation, and your career. So there could be some sort of energy here that is holding you back in your career and your reputation. And so this is maybe something that you're working on or going through. We also have this energy here of, quite often this is talking about that inner child energy that wants healing. We have an adult and a child here, and there's no baggage. The swords here are representing wanting, to quiet the mind and really get in a place. Maybe there's some healing that needs to be done from something that happened when you were younger. And maybe that's why the ancestors are really happy as well, because maybe this is going to clear the energy down your line. And so this is about clearing karma from the past, that maybe your ancestors were not able to finish something up before they passed. And, it's left for the bloodline then to deal with. And so this is about wanting to move out of these rough waters to calmer waters in this boat. And the conveyor is having to dig very deep with this pole to, dig into the mud and push off to get out of this rough water and move to calmer shores. This is your daily routine and scheduling, etc., habits. So it can represent your health as well. So it's talking about recognizing something's draining your energy, maybe some like this information that came in has brought up some memories from when you were a child and the way that you perceived it to be. And now you're wanting to find out how it really is. You may have even gone to, you know, this could represent the energy of someone that works in a lab with DNA, that type of energy. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah, we have this reconciliation from the past. And the reconciliation card here, the Six of Cups, this sometimes can just be a reunion, but quite often it's talking about reconciliation. If there is reconciliation, and this is coming from the external forces, this is so common because Mercury went into retrograde energy on June 29th, and it will be retrograde until the 23rd of July. And this energy is talking about, you know, communication being off, technology being, you know, not working properly. It was really interesting. For instance, an example of Mercury retrograde energy is, you know, I've had 3 notices since June 29th that my website is having problems, but when I go there, it looks like it's working to me. Today I thought, okay, well, I'm finally going to phone them after July 4th. Energy is, you know, moving forward from that energy. And they have we're busier than usual. It's going to take 3 hours for you to sit on the phone to talk to us. And I'm like, okay, I can wait a day. And this is that Mercury. I just laughed. I said, oh, that's Mercury retrograde energy for sure. When the hosts of your website are super duper busy. And so it can be that type of energy. It talks about people coming in from the past that want to reconcile with you. Kind of energy, the same, you know, like from when you were younger, that this energy, this message comes in. Now, this card also, I'm just going to pull it over here just to make sure you can see it. This is saying the Six of Cups is talking about, you know, like when you first look at it, you see these 2 young children. They're playing and there's someone watching over them and they're playing with these potted plants. And then you look again and you realize, wait a minute, this is a gnome and this is a little woman. And this little woman, when you look at her from the back, she looks like an old hag. When you look at her from the front, she looks like a young woman. And both of them are wearing this white mitt. They don't want to get their hands dirty. They don't want the flowers. The old hag has 0 patience for this. She's like, we don't want your stupid flowers. They're not yours to give away. Let's go. And the younger person is being nice. She's people-pleasing. She's explaining how they're in their finery and they don't want to get their mitt dirty and da-da-da. And this is saying if someone from your past comes in that has put you made you feel this way, that every time you're around them, you find after they leave, you just feel sad, you know, like, oh, I'm never going to fit in kind of energy, then maybe it's time to let them go. People have a tendency to show you who they are the first time around. So it's sometimes it's just more beneficial to believe them. And then this is talking about the white flowers in tarot represent innocence. And these flowers really aren't that innocent because they're from the nightshade family. They would be very toxic for children if they ingested them. You would never plant this and put it in pots around if you have children. You wouldn't. This is Datra. It's not something that you plant and you have around your pets and your children. This energy is talking about, you know, sometimes shamans will use Datra to create visions in their ceremonies. But that's with adults and they've been doing it for centuries. So they have the lineage, they know how to do it properly. And it's to create visions to heal your inner child energy. But it's not something you want near children. And we also have the person in the background is actually just someone walking down the path. So this whole, there could be some illusions about what's happened in the past, illusions that are coming up now. And that's what's coming your way, because this is from the external forces. Your internal forces are talking about, you know, you have control of that. And the external forces, no, you don't have control of your external forces, but you do have a control over your internal forces. So you can tell it's an internal force because you'll be saying, what if I do this? Or what if I don't do this? You know, what if they do that and I have to do this? It's the woulda, shoulda, couldas of what you could have done from your internal forces. The external forces are coming from outside of you, and that's what we'll focus on next. And that energy is talking about, this energy is coming towards you. And so how are you going to deal with it? And the external forces, you're more like asking what the EF happened. External forces happened. That's what happened. So we're going to take a look at this and see. Look at this. Now that's nice to see, especially for Taurus, you're an earth sign. And so this is talking about the pentacle energy of earth. And again, this is talking about, you know, this is like the most that you can have, the 10 of Pentacles in tarot. And it's talking about having the ultimate lifestyle, like having, it's raining money, you know, you have the partner you love, they love you, you have the pets, you have the children, and even time to stop and chat with the neighbors. And sometimes this card can be talking about a windfall coming in, you know, after hardship and unexpectedly. And so this could be talking maybe some inheritance or something like that is coming towards you. That you didn't maybe even know about necessarily. And then this energy can also, you know, be talking about like, you know, it's like getting the golden buzzer in those talent shows. You get the golden buzzer and then you get to skip ahead. You know, you don't, it's like a beautiful surprise that comes towards you. And this is in your partnerships, commitments, and marriage. So that's good to see here. So maybe you have met someone and you're maybe thinking about starting a family with them. We have the Three of Pentacles coming in. The Three of Pentacles is a mixed bag because it is talking that people are recognizing you. And again, you know, this is around that time frame when you're just entering the workforce or you're about to start college or university. And people are noticing that you're really good at what you do. Quite often this will talk about the entertainment industry, like actors, actresses, musicians, artists, sculptors. That's what this person is doing, all this beautiful stonework. The energy is you're in an elevated position because people are noticing how good you are at what you do. So this could be people coming towards you, wanting you to you know, to produce your you know, a record, get you, put you on tour and concerts. This could be, you know, wanting you to be the lead actor or actress in a play or in, you know, on Broadway or maybe all the way Hollywood doing a big blockbuster movie. This energy also can be about pro athletes. Where, you know, maybe they're coming in and they're offering you a scholarship to come to their college or university, or better yet, you're there and now they're offering you a scholarship to become a pro on their team. So this is really good energy in one way, but in another, it's saying these industries, you have to be very, very careful because a lot of them are run by secret societies. And you have to be really, really careful about the energy. They have plans in their hand and they're approaching you. Now you're in an elevated position because you're on the bench, your work is being spotlighted. But this energy is saying like, if they want you to sign something and it's not in alignment with your own lifestyle and your goals, that takes you off your destined path and stunts your creativity, you have to be really, really careful of that. So this could be secret society energy. And the thing about secret society energy, there's a bazillion of them out there, it seems, and we're hearing all about them. You know, just look at what's going on in the world with those files coming out and like just really finding out, wow, like these people that you are maybe looking up to and saying, wow, I want to, you know, like they have, I would love to have what they have. They have like, you know, the talent, they have, they're, you know, they live a beautiful lifestyle. They're, you know, they're very attractive. They have what, you know, they have lots of money. They can do what they want. They can travel, all of that. And people, they have a lot of fans and they're really good at what they do. There's so many pluses. But then we find out, holy smokers, they've been really living a real horrible lifestyle that is making them extremely unhappy. And so this is talking about, you know, secret society energy is always about the group being more important than any one individual. And so there could be hidden areas in the contracts or leases or agreements. Be careful what you're signing. We have this lawyer here this is saying you may need a lawyer to make sure that you have this contract or anything you sign, especially in Mercury in retrograde, because communication can be off. Make sure that you have this, that you check into things properly, because, well, we're seeing it in the news every day, how unhappy people are because of having to bend to the weird, let me say very weird, strange conditions that they've been put under by these societies. And sometimes even when you don't sign them, they control those industries, so they make like your life miserable, and they can use tactics to isolate you, so you'll never get work again, because you won't bend to the nasty energy they want you to bend to. And so this is talking about the Page of Swords coming in. So the Page of Swords works for lawyers, basically. I feel like that's the energy. So some information, communication coming in that way. Now, the Page of Swords is representing an energy. It can be like a breath of fresh air, like you have an epiphany and woohoo, I know exactly how to deal with this. Maybe your lawyer is sending you information and saying, I figured out how you can deal with this energy. We're going to do it this way, and this is going to free you up, but still it's going to allow you to stay in the industry that you want to be in and be successful. Woohoo! Good lawyer. A good lawyer like that knows that industry inside and out is what you want, to make sure that you don't fall into any pitfalls. And this is talking about maybe having to be very creative in rewriting the contract or the lease or whatever that is. Any agreements. And we have the sword here. It has two edges, so one side is your logic and the other side is your intuition. Of all the pages, this is the only one that is not totally focused on his element. He knows what the question is logically. He's looking away from it now. He wants to think outside the box and find a creative solution to the problem. And I feel like maybe that's what your lawyer has done for you. Because this is higher education, information coming in that elevates you. That's really good news to have. And then we have, like you're carrying a real heavy load right now. Like the worry, the concern, or maybe you have already signed something like this and now you've gotten good news that, maybe if you were cheated out of some money or something happened here, that it's coming in for you now, and that you won't have to be carrying such a heavy burden. This card is saying you're very close to the end. Like, look at, there's 10 wands here as well. You've got this 10 and you've got this 10. This is saying, that you're carrying a very heavy load right now. It's a lot. This can talk about, if you've ever heard the saying, can't see the trees for or the forest for the trees. It's talking about when you're so up close and in that energy, that you're so caught up in the details that you can't see the big picture anymore. So this is talking about needing to put some burdens down, like right there in the field. He's so tied up here, he can't even see that he's almost home. And he looks exhausted. Like it's almost like he could give up in a moment's notice and just say, I quit, I can't do it. If you have any burdens that don't belong to you, it's time to put them down, like right now, because this energy, the shift's going to hit. You can feel the energy building towards this. Put down burdens that don't belong to you. Carrying burdens for other people is not, you don't have the energy to do so. It will just sap you out of what is coming towards you here. And also this sometimes can talk about, like this is the fruits of your labor, of wands that you've planted, or of that actions that other people have taken that you're carrying still. And so this could be heavy because of the fruits of your labor. And this could be an indication maybe that this coin coming in is because something you invested in or whatever, this project that you started turned out to go viral or whatever. And it's going to make you a lot of coin and really change your lifestyle. And so this is talking also, making sure that you find people that can help take the burden off of you. So it's an asset that's good, but it's a lot to carry on your own. You might need to find ways to delegate some of the responsibilities so that you can, enjoy it, and that you're. But whatever you do, don't quit now. That's what this is saying. Stay in the game. You're almost there. And when you put down the burdens that don't belong to you, take a moment to look how close you are to your home. It's right there. You know, and a lot of people do quit right before they're about to become successful. So just keep going. That's what this is saying. And the Queen of Wands is talking about having this. The Queen of Wands is a natural beauty and just really easygoing. The sunflower represents how happy she is. This is talking about that's her general nature. And I feel like this is how you normally are, like in that this energy is coming back towards you when you start putting these, you've been carrying something heavy and going inward and, you know, doing some healing work on yourself has been very beneficial for you. It's giving you like a breath of fresh air and a new way of looking at things. And it's bringing you back into your natural bubbly energy. So the Queen of Wands is known to be happy because she follows her happiness. She, the veil behind her represents the thin veil between the physical and the spiritual realm. And it also between the intuition and logic. And so she uses both to come to creative solutions. She had, you know, she's representing the element of fire. So maybe this is the energy. You might even be the King of Swords energy that wants to add this Queen of Wands to your life, you know, here. And this could, I mean, maybe you met her when you were dealing with a situation for her. And now, you know, with the solution. And like this little black cat that she has here is just representing that, you know, black cats, some people feel that they're bad luck and they cause, you know, they won't have one because they think that they'll bring bad luck. She's not at all concerned about that. She knows that she can find a creative solution to any problem. She likes her black cat. She loves it. She's going to keep it. It's that type of energy. She, and so this is coming in blessings coming towards you. And this is because you walked away from some old energy here. You did some healing. And look at, there's 8 cups here. You may have been in a relationship and that you let go of here because, and that maybe that's how you met the lawyer. Or maybe that lawyer freed you up from that energy so you can step into this new energy. In any case, sometimes this can talk about walking away from a relationship that you've put a lot of energy, time, you've invested a lot of yourself into it, and you've decided to walk away and go for what you really want in life. After maybe there was an energy this can represent like having 5 good years and then a couple and gap because of a third party energy. So it could be talking about that type of energy. This is also, I feel like it would be good to point out as well that we did on February 17th and March 3rd, we had the energy of eclipses coming through, and that energy it lasts about 6 months. So it's winding down right now, that energy. And we are going to have in about a month from now, or a little bit more than a month from now, another eclipse season. Which so it wouldn't hurt for you to look back if you want to gain some more clarity on this. What happened around February 17th and March 3rd? Because around this energy is winding down, and you may take a look back and go, wow, like I had suggested in my readings. You can even take a look at my readings that they are on the full moon, new moon. And it says on there the eclipse season. That would be at the middle of February and the end of, or the beginning of March. Take a look what was going on back then. And you might be surprised how much really you got done. You might be thinking, I haven't accomplished much. And then when I had suggested that people write down like just 10 points really quickly of what they would like to accomplish, just, to see if they can move it forward, and then just put it away. And then when that eclipse season ends, take a look at it. It might give you further clarity, and it might give you a boost of energy because you might realize, holy smokes, I got a lot done. Way more than I thought I had. So if you're leaving the reading here, thank you for your time and energy. I am going to clarify it for those of you who would like further clarification. If you're leaving, thank you for your likes, your comments, shares, and subscribes. I really do appreciate them all. And I'm going to clarify now with my oracle. Now, this is Tales from the Vector, and it's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. This is one of the paintings in the oracle. The numbers on these cards represent the paintings as they're listed on my website, talesfromthevector.com. I will put them in the order. This is the order. The numbers here represent the orders they are numbered in. Whoa, this is so interesting. Sorry, I better keep my mind on the task here. So these numbers represent the how they're numbered in the gallery, and this energy is also I will put them in the order that they appear here down in the description box below so that you can see what's going on. Yeah, I'm sorry, I got kind of caught up in the cards here. The trauma queen energy. Yeah, I feel like you have maybe been in a little bit of stuck energy, but it is being shaken up here for sure. That's what it feels like, a trauma. And this could be something that happened in your childhood, and maybe a memory or something, you know, maybe you had like got together with family or something and hadn't seen them for a while, and it triggered something in you, and then, oh my goodness, like now I remember what happened there. And that's when you went for this healing energy. It's you know, shaking things up a little bit, I feel. We have a tower here. Now, the tower in the oracle says divorce, but it's talking about the worst divorce would be from source. But this is definitely a reality check that I feel launched you into this new energy that you're in here now with this new passion to move forward. There could have been some abuse of power in that time frame when you were in elementary school, high school, going to college. From someone from the past energy. It's here. They might be returning into your life, or maybe, you know, in some way, and it's not uncommon if people haven't had closure, for all of a sudden there they are, they're in your life again. And so, you know, just be careful with that energy. This is a karmic space that people fall into, and, you know, it's up to you, definitely. Like, you would know whether you want to, but if they put you in this energy in the past and they did it again or something, it's telling you something. You know, believe people when they show you who they are the first time around, because usually that's who they are. And then we have the hangman energy. You could have been stuck for a while and not being able to get into this energy. The hangman hangs from the tree of knowledge upside down. But, you know, and he's looking for things from every perspective before taking action. But you can hang around for too long, and it looks like, you know, this energy just being isolated and feeling isolated for a very long time. And we do have the all-stars, so this is talking about using your third eye energy, using your intuition and your logic, because I feel like your intuition is trying to tell you something. When there's a tower, that's what happens. We don't do something about it and nip it in the bud, and then it has to become this big blow-up thing instead. But I feel like both your insight and your crown chakra, your third eye and your crown chakra, are wide open right now. And if you're getting a lot of dreams and feelings and aha moments, this is good energy. It's giving you clarity as well. And, you know, talking about going on this energy, this is the best you could do. Look at, we have the hermit who climbs the mountain to get into the North Star energy and doesn't come down again until until they have the rod in their hand is lit up and they come down from the mountain to take action. And I do feel this is the energy that you've been in, and maybe you've been stuck in this energy for quite a while with the hangman energy here. And sometimes this can talk about other people keeping you stuck because you're hanging around people who want you to be stuck. They're abusing their power. Taking the time for yourself here is really good. And healing this inner child energy. This is saying you're back on your journey here. That you're born to shine, so it's time to do so. You can anticipate a strong future. And then we have this energy of the world. So yeah, this is when the Fool starts their journey. When this card comes up, it's saying, okay, that old journey is over. And it's coming in right on this card here. So it's saying like this energy that was is from the past. That is not part of this new journey. Whatever happened, you know, if you were at a reunion or whatever happened, maybe you didn't go to something like a wedding or a funeral or something like that that normally you would have, and your intuition and your you know, your third eye was saying don't. You're just going to get upset, and then it's going to set you back again. And look at it, it's saying like this energy, sometimes we just have to call it and say we're not going to engage in abusive energy towards us anymore, and that's just the way it is. We have Cancer energy, and this is talking about this new moon energy coming up, definitely. It's extra emotional, as I said, and remember the communication can be really off. So be careful of that. That's not until the 14th, but that's not that far away. It's about a week away. And we feel this energy about 3 days before. And it has to do, and your intuition is right on this energy. And this is where you were feeling isolated. So just, you know, don't go back into something you got out of, is what it's saying. This is talking about another karmic space, and that's like, this is when people they from external forces, they don't just want what's on a material level, they want your soul basically, and it's sitting right on this secret society energy. So make sure you're dealing like that, you make strong choices around that. Yeah, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So this can be talking about really, really being careful, because when people have good intentions even, or they appear to have good intentions, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. This is giving a double warning on this energy, that you don't want to be trapped in something that makes you stuck again. You're a star and you deserve to shine. And it's okay to come to approach things in a fresh way, different from how other people do. This may take you a little bit longer because you're not on top there, but your lifestyle is going to support you better in your career, your reputation, your public image. And I feel like you're just going to feel light as a feather compared to this energy here. We have surrender. So this is talking about listen to, you know, your third eye, and it's saying again, your intuition is on point right now. And also be careful of this energy, because it's talking like something in the past here, and maybe your ancestors have been showing up in your dreams, or trying to tell you something. I feel like the information will come in because we have 2 pages here talking about from that time frame, you know, one here and one here at the beginning. And we have the Aquarius energy, and that's what I was talking about at the beginning, that Uranus is wanting the truth to come out, and this is sitting on your blessings. And that puts you back into like this sunny disposition and being happy. This is a total blessing when whatever truth comes out about what happened here, maybe you have no idea what it is, that it's going to make your life better. And then we have the Aries energy. And a lot of planets have moved into Aries. I've been talking about this in my a lot of my astrological readings. And this is basically saying that the new energy is the way to go. You know, and be in that, like look towards the future, and look at it with an open mind and new ways of doing new shift. This is really good energy for you, Taurus. Thank you for your time and energy, and likes, comments, shares, subscribes. I really appreciate them all. I'll be back with another reading for you soon. Bye for now.